Okay, gamers. Hello YouTube, hello Twitch. We're back with another guide, and this time my most played battleship, the Yamato. Now I have already done the guide on it, but I lost it, so we gotta repeat it. I can't find the video file anymore, so we just go again with it. Yamato is a very special, has a very special place in my heart because it's one of the oldest battleships in the game. Everything you see here is pretty much one-to-one adaptive to Shikishima, by the way, because they play exactly the same. The difference is one has a bit bigger caliber and faster reload, but less shells. But anyway, back to Yamato. Yamato is a ship you play to medium to long range, because that's where the ship excels. It has the Japanese dispersion formula, meaning you get more consistent shots when you are at longer ranges than short ranges. It also is one of the rare ships that has 32 millimeters of overmatch, meaning you can pretty much ignore the armor of every battleship in the bow, unless there's an icebreaker. But it's the core feature about the ship. It can overmatch armor plates where all the other BBs would ricochet. You have 9 guns. Your turret traverse is pretty bad. Your hull is pretty tanky on longer ranges, but let me explain why I say longer ranges. Because you have a lot of strong armor plates. On medium to close range though, you are very, very punishable. That's mainly for one thing: massively exposed citadel in the middle and 2 weak spots, one in the front and one in the back. The armor layout, the internal armor layout is here angled on the back and front, and the so-called cheeks are very, very easy to citadel for enemy BBs or high caliber cruisers. Basically what it means is, when you are, for example, brawling, let's say, not a GK because there's a turtleback. Let's say you brawl what's a good example? A Kremlin. That's a good example. He will always be able to citadel you first before you can citadel him, because you have this notorious weak spot, which only Yamato and Shikishima have. And to an extent also Satsuma, because that's the tier 11 version of them. So you need to keep that in mind. If you are relatively close, you need to angle fully to make sure you're not getting citadeled there. Other BBs, like let's say at this angle, would be fine. Other BBs would be fine. You have a chance to get citadeled here, so keep that in mind. That's a big weak spot. But again, how do you play the ship? At the beginning of the game, you play it fairly defensive. It's not really a battleship you push with. And you try to get shots either on overmatchable targets, or you want to go for good crossfires, because you have also a lot of gun range. It is also fairly slow for a BB, at least to today's standards. You go less than 30 knots. Gotta watch out about that Yamato there. You go less than 30 knots, which is kind of rare for most BBs. And look, he can also, that's another Yamato by the way, he can also overmatch me. So we gotta watch out here. I'm actually gonna DCP this fire, because we're not spotted then. And I'm gonna turn away already, because we have the advantage. Yamato is really good at the kiting fight, because the people that push into you will always pointing their bow towards you, and you can just overmatch them. And in this scenario here, you don't want to commit nose in, because we have ACAP under control, and we're already having a good points tick. Also, these two people are a bit too far away, to be honest. So we gotta be very careful here. Now I'm gonna wait until I have my guns on this Yamato. Oh, he's not spotted anymore, okay. What are we gonna shoot? No, we're not gonna shoot Yazuma yet. We're gonna keep our guns silent for a bit. As you can see, the turret traverse is absolutely horrible. Where are you heading to? Oh, there's the Yamato again. And now we're gonna aim. What you want to do here is, you want to hit him here. That's your goal right now. That's the famous cheek. And if we can land our shells there, there's most likely gonna be citadels. A bit too high, he turned in, okay. But yeah, and now all we gotta do is here, we gotta go pretty much away. They're slowly pushing into us, which is the perfect opportunity for us to farm them down. And at the same time, if we need crossfire, we can go out here and help against the Jombard potentially pushing in there. Now, with any other BB on this range, you would either load HE or you would aim for the superstructure. With Yamato, we aim here, because again, we can pen the nose. No other BB besides Incom, Shikishima and Satsuma can do this. So we want to aim for the nose and get that juicy overmatch. Look, that's 11k through his bow. And that's something you cannot really do in other BBs. We always, when he shoots us, we want to bait him shooting on our middle plating, because that's where we can tank him. And even if he hits me in the cheek, I'm too angled. He's not gonna get this hit. As you can see, the gun dispersion is pretty nice. You do have occasionally some very weird vertical dispersion, but that's unfortunately for all Japanese ships, and that was a bit too high. We also gotta watch out here. The Jäger, we lost our ships in the middle right now. Our team is having a classic stroke of let's now push all in one by one. We're aiming even lower here. I also gotta get ready for Smolensk there. Gonna rotate our guns. That was a good hit on Yamato. Can use our first heal. Now the Jäger is currently spotting me. Wait, I can't ping. GG. Ping is bug on the minimap, cool. We aim for the last spotted position of the Smolensk and we shoot him, because I have nothing really better to shoot right now. He's a bit backwards. Now, a few ship types hate you even more. Mainly French and British ships, because they are covered in 32. So that Jean-Bart is now gonna feel the whole wrath of what it means to get shot by Yamato. I'm gonna aim on the back a bit, because he's most likely gonna reverse in a bit. And now you see the magic that's happening against the Jean-Bart in a bit. Oh, that's gonna hurt so much. Yeah. As you can see, the Jean-Bart can't really angle against it. He just has to accept his fate. And that's what's so crazy about Yamato when it comes to fighting the British and the French ships that are covered in 32. You can just completely annihilate them. We got... Those are actually maybe Jäger torps. Jäger rotated. So something else was spotting me. Yeah, these are Jäger torps. We're gonna eat one, that's fine. Decent ping already, because there would have been a flood since it hit my back. Plus we don't want to have the second fire burn again. There was a bit of lead on the Smolensk. Hope he could not break in time. Looks good. Okay, Smolensk is half HP. Good. Team also managed to get 3 kills again. Now, we are on the back foot when it comes currently to caps, but that's not a problem. We are still in the points lead. For now, we can play it still defensively. Again, we need to keep our angles safe. There's only a Cleveland called Der Esel aus Hemsdorf. So, I'm not really worried about a crossfire currently. I do need to keep in mind, though, there's a DD and a submarine here, and there's a DD here. I'm sorry. If you're a German, you would laugh. The name is actually hilarious. Gets. Jean-Bart is reversing again. We're gonna try to finish now the low HP targets here. Mainly that Jean-Bart, because he's nosing committed. Alternatively, I would kill the Smolensk, but we don't have always a shot on him. Maybe our villain can kill him? Nah, Jean-Bart should be our priority right now. We still had a lock on, right? Yeah, we still had a lock on. Good that we just shot now. But yeah, it would be cool if we had our S100 a bit more here, so Jean-Bart cannot disengage. Oh, the Jean-Bart is really low. It's fairly annoying that we don't have a spot on him right now, because this guy is just gonna keep reversing now. We could go for a blind fire, but he might heal up already, so I'm just gonna go for the Azuma here. Which we can also pen everywhere, although to be fair, an Azuma can be overmatched by 406mm already everywhere, so it's not like this is special for us right now. There's the Jean-Bart again. Jean-Bart did a terrible mistake. He should have not shot here. Now he actually gives us the possibility to finish him off. Come on. Okay, John Bart might be dead. As you can see, look at the gun dispersion. You see how consistent the volleys are? That's what I mean with longer ranges. The volleys are getting consistent. We have a GK going behind us as well. John Bart should be gone. Oh, of course he lives. Never mind. It's a bit annoying, but somebody else got him. Nice. Now we're still just gonna stay anchored. We're gonna ignore the GK for as long as we can. Because you always want to, of course, shoot the targets where you do the most damage on. And in this case, that's still the Azuma player. I gotta watch out. You can potentially also get Citadel in the funnel, but I don't think the GK player knows that necessarily. So we're good for now. Also, it would really help if we could kill that Smolensk in the middle. Because right now we're still losing way too many ships. And we don't really have an opportunity to finish somebody off, which is a bit annoying. What is the plan from him? Okay, he's going for a full turn. I did not expect a full turn. But we should be still able to hit him here. In the back. Good. Okay, Azuma's also nearly dead. This game would be so much easier if we had a DD right now. Thankfully, the people are always opening up, so we don't really need the spotting. GK is now in secondary range. Let's see if the Azuma does it again. No, this time he's turning in. This time he's doing what I expected him to do. But I shot that he's turning out. Still Azuma, we get the pens. GK is gonna molest me from the back right now though. Because he is faster than me, after all. Yeah, this is pretty much over. We're losing too many people. I couldn't really also finish most targets. Like, ideally you want to finish off targets with 1 or 2 strikes, because you do have the potential power for it. Those are Jäger Torps. Let's see, I will just try one on the Yamato now. This game is over. But as you can see, as long as you keep an angle on the targets, you're a really tanky ship and you're not going down that easily. But we're going down now. The last journey of Yamato has begun. Too much focusing me down right now. We're gonna go for one more game with it, because this ship does deserve more than one game. It is, after all, my most played BB. And we're ending up with a nice Confederate. That Smolensk killed 4 people. We nearly had him on his toes, but then we never saw him ever again. One time we could have shot him, but then he was behind the island. We're just gonna go for the next one. But you get the idea. Look, even for a ship that can potentially get killed very fast, as long as you're angled towards the biggest threats, you can tank quite a lot. It wasn't a bad battle, but we couldn't really finish. What me annoyed in this battle is we couldn't really finish the target. But as you can see, even though Yamato is how old? Yamato is one of the earliest BBs with Monty, and they still both perform fairly decent. Yamato again with the overmatch, and Monty is still pretty good as well with the accuracy it has, to be honest. We're going in again. Same playstyle. Maybe we can play it a bit more aggressive. Like you have with Yamato, you have to adapt your playstyle also always to your team. You're not like a Libertad or a Schlieffen that brawls and can cause opportunities with an insane aggressive push. You have to like adjust to your team's playstyle. Yamato is one of those rare BBs that really isn't for frontline combat. Hell, even the Bongo you can play rather aggressive, because you can guarantee good dispersion with the spotter plane even at close range, which you can't really with the Yamato. Although I wouldn't recommend you playing too aggressive with a Bongo either, because your nose is overmatchable on Bongo. But you get the point. Now we have a Mecklenburg, Cerberus and Marceau here. We are on this flank, but there's one thing. Since Yamato has this insane gun range, if we position ourselves here, and we can defend against this flank, we also have the opportunity to punish people here and here. And this ship is also, just like Vermont, for example, this ship is extremely good at crossfiring. It's really good at punishing opponents at the sides. So, while we're here, depending however it goes, we might get some nice cross shots here. Maybe there's a Moskva parking. Is there a Moskva in the enemy team? Yes. Maybe there's a Moskva going flat here and we can hit him and so on. So keep that in mind. The gun range is there for a reason. That being said, it doesn't mean you should go into J-line. Unfortunately, Yamato players tend to play very, very passive from time to time. Like they actually, like they reverse nose in at the beginning of the spawn and they're sitting here. It's very sad. Like you do want to get closer, of course, guys. Just find the balance in it. Don't go too crazy.
Hello there.
Find yourself the balance in it. For my build, by the way, unfortunately I can't show it because my build viewer is not working currently. Full tank build, nothing else. Full tank build. Turret traverse, AR, fire prevention, concealment expert, and additional heal. For the upgrades, you want to go reload mod, unless you are being able to get the legendary mod. Once you have the legendary mod, you want to, like, once you unlock the leg mod, you want to take that, of course, because the additional gun accuracy. Good, Maso ran to the cap. We're gonna angle here already because we have 2 BBs. Now, my job is to pretty much keep the back of Maso safe. I can't really help him against the daring too much unless he gets spotted. But we can prevent the BBs from pushing in completely. Also, we have our first crossfire in form of Incomparable. Yeah, the Incom tried to crossfire me as well. But unlike him, I have no island in the way. And there, half HP of the Incom gone. Keep the crossfires up. Now I'm gonna go a bit forward so the Incom can't shoot me back. Moskva is too angled. And next salvo, we hopefully have the Incom already. Like, yeah, there's people here, but they're not really my business right now. We want to smash this guy here because he's doing an absolutely big mistake. And my team already did. Great. Incom gone. Good first volleys, 32 damage already. And now back to the job of preventing them from pushing in here. Now Wisconsin is not really that hard, that easy to citadel because it has an underwater citadel.
Concentrate fire on the designated.
But what we're gonna do now is, also I don't know why the Salem calls us cheaters, but hey, now if possible we want to shoot the Salem whenever we can, because the Salem, we ignore the armor on the Salem completely, meaning we can just completely punish him. Alternatively, we shoot the Wisconsin for now, because he's rather close, he's broadsidey. I don't expect really to get citadels, but full pens are good enough. Getting another 20k done. We also want to go forward and backwards to make it hard for the daring to torpedo us. We know for a fact right now that the daring is still somewhere luring around here. He's not an A-cap, otherwise it would be slowly decapped. I'm gonna go for the back here. Bongo is reversing. And again, just keep moving, forward, backward, whatever. Just don't reverse the whole time or stand still, because then the daring will eventually get the torpedoes on us. Also, if I'm not wrong, the Cerberus has... No, that's not the Cerberus. That's the Cobra that has Hydra on, okay. Now we can slowly adjust our position because we don't really have spotting here. The daring keeps us lit, but we don't actually see anything right now, which is a bit annoying. Going upper belt here on the Bongo. Ah, he's reversing. He was going forward a second ago. I mean, it's still 7k. Daring just smoked up, good. We can go for a turn in a second here. Got to utilize that. Got to utilize that island here real quick. I don't know why I say Bystro. We should go Badaki unless the island is not high enough. I mean, Yamato is pretty... Yeah, Yamato is pretty high. Okay, maybe he couldn't really go dark here, but that's fine. Now, what we're gonna do in this scenario is we're gonna, as soon as we go dark here, we're gonna turn right. I'll go for one shot here because the Wisconsin is right now behind the island and Bongo can't citadel us on this range. We got a good hit on the Salem. We're still gonna stay slightly angled. Ooh, okay, Wisconsin can lob over there. I didn't expect that. That could potentially hurt here. Bongo not really, but the Wisconsin, yeah. Good. We're gonna turn away here now. Let them be all on this side. We don't really care about it right now. They're not in the A cap. Daring is still luring around here. And we go on the defensive approach on BC. There's no point in staying longer here because we would just get farmed down because it's a 1 versus 2, a 4 versus 2 right now. And right now we're helping our team here. Plus there's reinforcements coming at this position. Like always again, adapt the situation to your team with Yamato. No reason to stay here, I would just get farmed down. They need to come to us right now. And here I have way more buddies with me, so it's gonna be harder for them again. I'm still surprised that the Daring doesn't even... Ah, there we go. Daring touches A finally. Took him long enough, to be honest. Gonna shoot that Mecklenburg now. He's perfect broadside. Oh, that's gonna be juicy. Yeah, actually pretty underwhelming. Now what I'm gonna do is, I'm actually gonna turn up here. We're gonna go a bit closer. Because they're all gonna... I don't think anybody's really gonna walk here, judging by Cerberus.
Hello there.
So we're gonna see if we wanna go into the cap. The next kill we get, by the way, will end the game. So as soon as we hit the Mecklenburg here, should be good. This island, they can't shoot me through, but we should be good. If they get 2 ticks on the cap, the game is... If they get another tick, the game is actually not over if Mecklenburg dies. Which will grant us a bit more damage. Good. We're gonna shoot now the Mecklen. Mecklen should be dead. Yep. And now at this point, it's pretty much unlosable. It's legit unlosable, so I'm just gonna go into the A cap now, see if we can maybe kill the Daring. Oh my, that Daring is about to get completely smashed. He launched torpedoes here, it's fairly obvious. We're gonna turn in here so we don't get smashed by Wisconsin. We're gonna launch the spotter plane as well, so we have vision on the Wisconsin in a second. And here, now we can overmatch his bow. Watch where I aim. We can hit him here. And we can just ignore the armor. Okay, these shells flew extremely high for whatever reason. But basically what you can do is, you can overmatch through the bow and you can't do that with another ship. There we go, that looks better. Boom. Got some damage here, nice. So you get the idea behind it. I like how we like all super greedy on the damage right now. I think they're gonna ram each other here. Once the Wisconsin is dead, though, the game is over. Unless he kills the Maso, which he did. That's crazy. Now the Wisconsin has the big advantage of not really having a citadel again. Like, it's super low underwater. God, bro, this guy is so cringe. I don't need to read his messages anymore, honestly. Cheetah, yeah. Makes me dumber if I read this. But yeah, we're getting our guns ready. I don't think we get a shot necessarily on Salem anymore, because the point split is gonna be too hard.
Proceed. I'm on it.
It's sad that we didn't really get any kills in these games. But maybe Salem is still gonna... Nah, he's going north, GG. Overall, it's still pretty solid. It's not like that we got the most damage out of it, but I didn't want to risk my ship, because you always need to remember, even if it looks like a win, it can't... The tides in this game can turn extremely fast if people tend to overextend one by one. We're still ending up second on the team. The Vermont saved himself the first place after ramming. And that's how to play Yamato, my friend. It's a great ship. Again, it's very good at defensive plays. It's very good at long range to medium combat. It can also push again. If your team goes in, follow it. Don't be in the back. Follow your team. Help them out. It can take a beating. Just be aware of your weaknesses in the front and back. We're now going to go back to the build. Because I can't show it to you couldn't show it to you in game. And this is pretty much my build. You want to go... You don't need gun feeder actually. The captain is trained for Bongo, that's why I have gun feeder. So with Yamato I would rather go emergency repair specialist or preventative maintenance. It's one of those rare ships where you will shoot 95% of the time AP. The only reason to switch to HD in Yamato is when you have only DDs left alive. Otherwise, there's legit no reason to ever switch the ammo. Then, really important, turret traverse, you need it, because the turret traverse is absolutely garbage on that ship. AR, pretty much a no-brainer on every ship. Extra heal, improved repair party readiness, concealment expert, and fire prevention. Going to the modules. Obviously, your main guns are your bread and butter. You don't need survivability on the secondaries, so you go this. Here you go damage control system. You can't really take something better. Aiming mod, a no-brainer. Accelerate propulsion, also nice. I like to take it over damage control system because of the faster acceleration. Concealment expert, also a no-brainer. And then the lag mod for the better main gun dispersion. Now, keep in mind, if you don't have this, because you might not have research pyro unlocked or you don't have the research points, you always run main battery mod. Don't go range and don't go secondary armament. So if you don't have the lag mod, go reload. And that's being said, that was the Yamato guide. I hope you enjoyed this. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe under the YouTube channel. It would mean a lot to me. That's how to play Yamato. See you next time. Bye bye, your Trenlass.